that this isn't just another form of sexual expression and it should be considered as such. Therefore, foreplay is simply part of the sexual encounter as a whole, and the definition of sex should be everything that takes place right from the start of the romantic encounter, not just the act of penetration. By this, we mean that there doesn't have to be penetration in order to experience pleasure. What we really want to do is raise awareness about how we can enjoy the different aspects of sex more when we surrender ourselves to all sensations that arise. These practices can motivate you to achieve other goals, such as increasing sexual desire, pleasing your partner, and experiencing new sensations. Spontaneity, playfulness, and exploring each other's bodies all have many benefits in relationships. They will help enhance the overall sexual experience, which means more and longer lasting sexual pleasure. In other words, sex that includes many or all of these activities is a great way to improve your sexual encounter with your partner. Be creative and change the rhythm. As we have mentioned, foreplay can be the best way to develop creativity. For example, you can alter foreplay activities with conventional sex with penetration. This can be specifically effective when you feel you are about to ejaculate. Once you feel you're close to climax, slowing things down can be a good strategy to help you gain control of the situation. However, if you do this, don't wait for the sexual tension to drop. Instead, keep touching and kissing each other, enjoying oral sex and experimenting, stimulating each other's bodies at the same time. These games can also be very useful for cases of delayed ejaculation. The so called foreplay helps to take the focus away from penetration, thus reducing the anxiety that can prevent us from climaxing when we want to. The third technique is eating a healthy diet. This is because it may help the nervous system to function properly. This means that the body will be more receptive to the external stimuli that trigger sexual arousal. In fact, it has been shown that certain food has proven to awaken a sexual desire through nutrients and specific supplements. Some men have found that taking zinc can help. Zinc is an important mineral in our body that helps us in production of the testosterone. By taking the recommended amount of 10 milligrams of zinc per day, you may see an improvement in ejaculation time. You should also try to implement changes in your lifestyle. If you want to improve your ejaculation control, it is very important to consider a well balanced lifestyle to reduce certain risk factors. Consider quitting smoking, drinking less alcohol, or even losing weight. And now let's talk about the specific techniques to control. Let's start by the stop and go method. It's very simple. Once you feel that you are close to reaching ejaculation, you or your partner should stop stimulating each other completely. Once the feeling has stopped, you can return to the sexual stimulation. It is not necessary to stop sex completely. You can simply change the approach to your sexual activity. For example, you can start stimulating different erogenous zones until ejaculation is no longer imminent. However, this only works if you stop before the point of no return. In addition, these techniques depends greatly on the situation in which you find yourself. So, if you practice it during solo masturbation, you may not have the same result as when you have sexual encounters with your partner. Other method is the squeeze method. It is the same as the one we mentioned before of the stop and go method, except for one small detail. The squeeze method is the same as the stop and go method, except for one small detail. When stopping stimulation, you or your partner have to squeeze the area between the shaft and the head of the penis. This causes for more immediate and effective stop to sexual stimulation. The squeeze method, also called stop and squeeze, was developed in the 1960s as an improvement of the start and stop method. However, since then, there have been no scientific studies to prove the effectiveness of the technique, and it can be difficult to master. Another major drawback about this method is the loss of erection. When squeezing, a small amount of blood is forced out of the penis, slightly decreasing the erection. Although a small change, this can be detrimental to men who have sexual dysfunction or have trouble maintaining an erection. In addition, the squeeze method is more suitable for situations where masturbation or oral sex is practiced instead of intercourse. You can also try different positions. Another simple, fun way to practice ejaculation control is to change sexual positions. Some positions, such as spooning or side to side, can help men last longer. The downside to this is that it does nothing to slow down orgasm. It just gives you a break to cool down. Also, constantly changing sexual positions can ruin the natural flow of the sexual experience. Well, these are some options you have to take control over your sex life. But if you want to learn more about natural techniques on how to improve ejaculatory control, we invite you to continue with the next section of the course.